What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. This is Jay. I'm finally home. So I had some stuff come up. Had a family emergency, and I am probably going to be done with trucking for a while, guys. This is not done for YouTube, though. I do have other plans. I do have other stuff that we're going to do. Got a lot of projects, a lot of different things going to be happening, guys. I'm just going to take a break from trucking for a while. I had some stuff go on at my last company with my boss, and it just kind of burnt me out. I put my 2 weeks in, and pretty much he told me if I worked those 2 weeks, he wasn't going to pay me. And I was like, man, I can't do that. I was like, So anybody that's fucking robs you or your money is a fucking crook. Don't let these employers, guys, act like they're just going to cut your money supply off once you quit or you put your week or two notice in. Then they think, okay, well, if you're quitting, then we just don't want to pay you anymore because you're not going to be here for the future. Can't do that, guys. You can't do that, employers. You can't do that, okay? There's a lot of places like that. Why? Why are they like that? Hell, I don't know. There's a lot of crooks out there, guys. This ain't the first time that I've worked for somebody that would do something like that. I've actually got a couple places I've worked for in the past that has done me like that, and I told myself the last time I worked for a place that had less than 10 trucks that I would never do it again. And the nice part of me the nice guy comes out of me and thinks, okay, this guy is a good guy to work for. I think he would be a good fit for me. Come to find out, I was wrong. I was wrong, guys. I highly recommend never ever drive for a company that has less than 20 trucks. Because I can tell you right now, they are going to be on you because they have to have their equipment taken care of the way as if they drove it. They expect you to get out and hit your tires with a hammer, which I'm not saying you shouldn't do that. You should do that. That's part of your pre-trip inspection. They want you to get under the truck. I mean, look at your fifth wheel. See if your kingpin's not unlatched in some way or something. They're going to want you to get down and check all the airbags and the tires. They're going to want you to go around the truck with a damn gauge. And take this in mind, this is every day. They're going to want you to go around and click it in there and see if you got any low tires. Not only that, you got to hit it with a hammer first, and then go through and check your tire pressure. He wants you to check your mirrors every day. He wants you to get a truck wash once a week. You know, I mean, just it's ridiculous, guys. It's just, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with getting a truck wash, but to get a truck wash just so it can sit on his yard to make it look nice, for when people drive by, they can say, "Oh, that beaver keeps his trucks clean like he would his like he would his beaver dam in the pond." Oh yeah. Well, I'm not gonna go and waste, I don't know, well, how long does it take usually at the Beacon or wherever? It usually takes about an hour, typically, or longer, depending on what you're getting done, to get a truck wash, and then you got to go in there and sit around. This guy wants you to do that on a Friday after you're out all week and you're ready to get home to your family. It don't matter what time it is, but some of them's open until 24 hours, if not all of them. I don't know their schedule. But he wants you to go in there and waste an hour of your time whenever you could be sitting at your house to go get a damn truck wash, just so he can sit on the yard to make him look good. He ain't worried about what it looks like out on the road. He's worried about what it looks like on his yard. I mean, come on, man. I mean, not only that, he pesters me every day, all because I have a Cummins engine in the truck. He was on me, 24/7, and And take this in mind, I'm not the type of guy that bitches about everything. If you don't believe me, you could ask any company that I've ever worked for. I've never found a reason to bitch about anything. And I didn't bitch about anything until I was able to get a call from him pestering me. Hey man, are you pulling over and popping your hood every time you stop or get fuel or use the bathroom or anything to see if it's using any antifreeze? It's okay to do it maybe every 200-300 miles maybe to pop your hood and check everything, but not every time you stop, man. Come on. I mean, it might be all right to go around and kick your tires when you stop every time, to make sure you don't have a blowout or nothing. But to pop the fucking hood every time, come on, man. You do that every time you get fuel. You don't have to do that every single time you stop. I mean, this guy is just, and I understand, he's got a lot of money in his equipment. He's got a lot of money in his equipment. I mean, he's got a $150,000 piece of equipment with a trailer sitting there. Yes, I understand to an extent, he's very optimistic on his equipment. He wants stuff done a certain way, and I would be the same way if I owned a few trucks. But I mean, to be just a complete douchebag and a prick and an asshole, all in the same, somebody like that just depends on that on a regular basis is just a complete prick and a complete asshole. I mean, yes, as a truck driver, you are required to do a pre-trip and a post-trip inspection. Not every time you stop. It's probably a good idea if you're an owner-operator and you want to keep up with your shit. Yeah, it might not hurt to do that. But he's trying to do that, and then he wants his trailers washed out every single time they get empty. I mean, it's just a clusterfuck. I mean, nobody has time to be constantly just fucking doing all that bullshit. I mean, yeah, I don't really do nothing besides shift gears and live load. So, to an extent, yes, I could help him in some of those remarks. But at the end of the day, it's not my truck. So my confidence and my ambition toward the truck is just enough to keep it on the road. I'm not worried about how much money it's making. I'm not worried about this. I'm not worried about that. As long as I get my money and as long as I'm taken care of as an employee and as long as he pays me and treats me with respect and doesn't pester me about little stupid shit, I mean, I'm an easy guy to get along with. I'm probably the most easiest guy to get along with. I have never had an issue, but maybe with two people at two jobs. And I've had a few jobs in the past 6 years that I've had my license, okay? And I've only had maybe two problems, and he's one of the two. And every other driving company says I'm one of the best drivers that they've ever had in their seat. So what happens is he screws me out of my last paycheck. And his excuse is he just doesn't want to pay me. So what I told him he could take that check and shove it up his ass sideways. Because I'm not going to chase that man for his check. I've done that in the past. I'm not going to start that bullshit today. I mean, what I did, I went against the grain on my own perception of things. Because I promised myself whenever I worked for the last company similar to this same situation, I explained to I was telling my wife and I explained to her, I said, look, I'm not going to do that again. Any company that has under 10 trucks or in that, you know what I mean? If they don't have at least 30 or 40 trucks, I'm not working for them. Reason being is because if you work for a company like that, yes, it might be fine and dandy. They might know your name, yes, and that. But at the end of the day, they're going to expect so fucking much of you. They're going to expect so fucking much. I mean, they're going to expect you to keep receipts. They're going to expect you to fucking do all kinds of shit. And like me, I was on a 1099. So that means every fucking thing that I bought or got, I had to get a fucking receipt. You know how hard that is to fucking keep up with something like that? I mean, it's just fucking crazy. It's fucking crazy. I mean, yeah, I might be a little bitching a little too much, but at the end of the fucking day, I mean, come on. If I owned my own company, there's one thing I would do. First off, I would not ask for the receipts. I would call my fuel card company and make sure they get a receipt of every time that my driver stops and gets fuel. That way I don't have to worry about it. Then I've got the receipt. They email me the receipt. And once they email me the receipt, I have them. So if he forgets to get me the receipt, whip-de-doo. I've done got the receipt. I don't have to worry about it. Move on to the next. You know what I mean? I mean, step two, all due respect to you drivers out there, but I would never give a debit business card to any driver. Because first off, you don't know what they're going to do with that debit card. Fuck, they could go to McDonald's and fucking get them 5 cheeseburgers if they wanted to, and not even give up the receipt, and then fucking quit 3 or 4 days later, and then you're having to pay for their fucking meal. And on top of that, he doesn't get any of those receipts. He doesn't get any of those receipts until the quarter ends. So what if we just started a quarter? I could have bought a meal on there every single night, which I didn't because I have my own money. I could have bought a meal on there every fucking night and he not even know it until the next quarter. I mean, dude, like, are you kidding me? I mean, you know what I'm saying? I mean, just don't ever work for a company that has less than 20 trucks. They need to at least have 20 trucks on the road. And you really need to do your research on them. You don't just jump in a cab because they approve you. Let's say, for example, you had 3 tickets on your record. And you was like, fuck, nobody's going to hire me. And this fucking idiot over here, he fucking hires you. And then you're like, well, hell yeah, I got a fucking job. And then you come up to find out later that some bitch is screwing you out of your check because he doesn't have the money or the fucking funds in his bank account to fucking pay you. I mean, shit like that happens all the time. I mean, it didn't happen with this guy. I mean, he seemed like he had his head on his shoulders, but I've ran into problems like that. Matter of fact, one of my first jobs I ever had, I ran into problems like that. And he was a farmer, and I know he had money. And I used to haul coal and rock and a bunch of stuff for him. And anyway, I had to go in the front of a field one time and had to stop his ass and tell him to write me a check. I took my truck through that fucking field, parked right in front of that tractor, and I told him, I said, look, dude, I said, I need a check. I said, and keep this in mind, I didn't find the sumbitch until it was Friday at 4:30. Guess what? I'm a long ways away from the bank. It's going to take me a good 30 minutes to get to the fucking bank where I was at. And in 30 minutes, the bank was closing. So guess what? That means that I had to wait until Monday, more than likely. Because the banks, sometimes they're open on Saturdays and sometimes they're not. I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, long story short, because I know you guys are probably getting bored off of this, just don't ever fuck with these little tiny companies. Because they're in it for the money. They don't give 2 fucks about you. All they're caring about is making themselves bigger. That's all that's all they give a fuck about. They can give a fuck about you. They don't care. They want their shit taken care of so they can have a good reputation for themselves. They don't care. All they want to do is continue adding trucks. And they will do anything they can to fuck you out of your money. They're crooks. I'm not going to say every fucking one is, but for the majority, I told myself, I done it one time, and I was like, you know what? I won't do it again. I got stranded in Chicago. They told me, my truck broke down, I got stranded in Chicago. They told me, they said, you know what? They said, we don't have we can't get you a motel room because we don't have the money in that account to cover that. I said, dude, I said, the fucking motel room's only like $50. They said, well, you'll have to pay for it yourself. And we'll have to talk to the owner if he'll pay you back or not. So there was no guarantee I'd get my money back. So pretty much what they told me was, if I didn't have my own money, and keep this in mind, it was the winter time. So that means I was going to be in the fucking cold, and they didn't give a fuck. The only thing they fucking cared about was making that money and paying that small fucking maintenance, whatever the fuck was wrong with it. It had something to do with the antifreeze. You know what I'm saying? I mean, all they cared about was getting that load that I had there waiting with me with the truck. All they cared about was getting that load there. They didn't give a fuck. They didn't care about me. All they cared about was getting that truck back on the road so I could get that load going. That's all they gave a fuck about. And I called the guy and I said, what am I supposed to do? I don't have anywhere to sleep, and it ain't my fault that the truck broke down. He was like, well, we don't have the money in our... I said, come on, dude. I said, that's bullshit. I said, I know you got the money. I said, you're a multi-million-dollar company. I said, don't fucking lie to me. I said, if you got to take it out on my check. I said, I really don't have the extra cash right now. And I did, but I mean, at the end of the day, it wasn't really it wasn't my problem. You know what I mean? I mean, at the end of the day, they should have provided me with a motel room. You know what I mean? I'm their employee. They're supposed to treat their employees good. And like I said, long story short, just don't fuck with these little companies. Unless you know them and you live by them or something, and you know them from somewhere or you know what I mean, or you used to work with them and they turned into like from a big company, or from a little company to a big company, you know. Like I said, guys, I mean, back to what I was talking about in the beginning before I got way off on this. So I do got a lot of good stuff coming, guys. A lot of new projects. I don't want to spoil them. But my channel is going to kind of change a little bit. I'm going to do a little bit of different things and see what you guys like. If you guys got any suggestions or recommendations, please comment below, and please let me hear your advice, as I am up for any new or anything good to do. I really don't know exactly how we're going to go with some of these projects, but I got a guy that I've been talking to, and we're going to work it out. I'm looking for a cameraman, so if anybody is interested in doing a cameraman, I've got a lot of stuff. I've got me and a buddy that's supposed to partner on here. He's going to do some videos. I'm going to do some videos. I don't know when that's exactly going to start. The channel's growing. By the way, could you guys please like, comment, and subscribe? I greatly appreciate the help, and we'll just have to see where everything goes. I have a lot of ambition for this channel. I'm very interested. I can see this channel going a long ways, but you guys are the guys that's going to make me. I mean, I can't make myself. You guys are going to be the ones that make me. And like I said, I have a lot of good things to talk about, from wrestling news to, you know, trucking. Obviously, I know I'm taking a break as we speak, but I will eventually get back into the trucking. That's a fact, you know. And I'm taking some long time off. My dad, and I'm spending a little time with my dad and my family and my kids. And my grandma ain't doing the greatest in the world, so I'm wanting to spend some last days with her before she goes. And that's pretty much it, guys. I just wanted to make a short video, let you guys know what was going on. I haven't made a video, I think, in a couple days or something. And you guys seen my last video when I went ape shit on the guy that fired me for no reason. I made a mistake. Like I was saying, I made a mistake. I can't take it back. Everybody makes mistakes. If you have a driver in your fleet that doesn't make a mistake, please comment down below. and explain to me how he's never ever made a mistake, because if he hasn't made a mistake, I want him to train me personally, because I don't want to make no mistakes either. I don't ever want to make a mistake the rest of my life. Because me and you both know, and you guys know, if you guys got a good head on your shoulders, everybody knows you're going to make a mistake. There's no way around it. Nobody's perfect. Nobody's going to be able to not make a mistake. It's going to happen. So anyway, you guys have yourself a good one, and like I said, we're getting ready to start making some videos. I am getting ready to start a sort of it's going to be more of a vlogs channel than a trucking channel, probably. We're going to be doing some traveling here. I got a few, like I said, I got a few documentaries I'm going to do on some guys. We'll be doing a bunch of traveling from different movies and stuff like that. I've got a bunch of stuff written down on my pad over here, my pad of paper, and about stuff we're going to talk about and where we're going to go and visit. One, I will reveal one. I'm going to do a lot of I'm going to do a lot of documentaries about movies, where they was filmed, about the movie, why the movie took place, who created the movie, and if they passed away, I will take you to their gravesite. I will take you where some of the movies was performed at or filmed at. And I've got a lot of interesting things. I'm a huge Elvis Presley fan. So if you guys are Elvis fans, you are at the right place. And there will be a lot of content on Elvis Presley. There will be a lot of vlogs on Johnny Cash, because I've actually got some stuff about Johnny Cash that no other channel even has information about, because I have a friend that he has a friend that is actually related to Johnny Cash. I think it's like his first cousin or something, or it might be his third cousin or something. But anyway, they're very close, and I can get some information that most people cannot get, and we're going to be going over stuff like that, and I think that's going to help us build this channel. And I also have a bunch of other things to do on here as far as trucking goes. You guys recommend to me what you guys want to see, or what you guys want me to do. I'm actually waiting on my GoPro to come in the mail. I just bought one, so we're going to be doing a lot of video outside of my house and outside of my truck if I'm somewhere. Like I said, I'm still taking a break, but like I told you, that will change. I will be in a truck again. I don't know when, and I don't know where just quite yet, but right now I'm just taking a break so I can spend my last few days with my grandma. And that's where that stands, guys. But I appreciate you guys watching this video. Please like, comment, subscribe, and stay very safe out there. It's a corrupted world, and God bless to every one of you guys. You guys have a good one, and we'll see you in the next video.